Profound gratitude to God Almighty, and with all sense of humility, that I welcome you to the 41st Annual National Scientific Conference of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, tagged Ajumose. The theme of this year's conference, Never Waste a Crisis, Community Pharmacists Learning for Future Preparedness, amplifies our level of unpreparedness in handling medical emergencies pre-COVID-19. Yet, opportunities abound during such crises. Opportunities to apply our training and skills to improve the health of the society, professional fulfillment, and economic growth. I crave your attention as we listen to a highly cerebral speaker, the Executive Director of MPS-CDA, Dr. Faiz Al-Shuaib, to do justice to this eye-opening theme. In addition, our array of distinguished speakers, moderators, and chairmen of the different plenary sessions are competent, ready, and well prepared to deliver on the various topics we need to x-ray at this conference.
Let us use this opportunity to show our appreciation for the invaluable services rendered by our community pharmacists and by extension all other healthcare staff for their valuable services and the risk they took during the COVID-19 pandemic. Please, ladies and gentlemen, rise with me and let us give these extraordinary people a standing ovation.
It is without a doubt that community pharmacy practice still faces a myriad of challenges, from the high mountains of unfavorable government policies and regulations to the low valleys of chaotic drug distribution system, characterized by the activities of charlatans and those who erroneously believe that medicines are articles of trade. It is my sincere hope that the national drug distribution policy will be given life in the very near future, so as to enable Nigeria and Nigerians move a step closer to effective drug safety and security for her teeming populace. Permit me at this point to assure all delegates of maximum hospitality of Lagos, as more of such will be experienced in the coming days of the conference.
Documentation in community farming has been a challenge, and over the years we have been grappling with that challenge. Remember, in Abeokuta we promised what with the acronym DDs, which is do it, document it. And community pharmacists in Nigeria can now document appropriately because we are partnered with Health South. So we have the website healthsouth.org that is a documentation tool for all community pharmacy. And in 10 years' time, if we pull it down, you can see the record of your patient. What are we doing differently? We are plugging in all the resources within the National Primary Health Development Agency to this same website, so that when you do your vaccination, you can document appropriately. When you do family planning, you can document appropriately. And we are doing much more than that.
Pharmacists are an integral part of the healthcare system in any country, with community pharmacists complementing efforts as bringing quality health services closer to the people through the PHC system. Consequently, our ongoing national effort to revitalize the country's PHC system will only be complete with the community pharmacy component fully incorporated. The Harvard Declaration of 1978 recognized the primary healthcare system as a cornerstone of the healthcare delivery, capable of meeting the healthcare needs of the vast majority of the population.
It is important to stress that the PAC system encompasses a broad mix of promotive, preventive, protective, curative, and palliative care. The MPACDA is responsible for ensuring the right policies with programmatic and technical support are put in place. These services are made available, accessible and affordable to the population, especially at community level. MPACDA reached out to all pharmaceutical bodies in the country for sensitization at the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021. This is an example of not wasting a crisis, as the pandemic provided an opportunity to involve community pharmacists in PAC service delivery. There is now a partnership with the ACPN for COVID-19 vaccination at community pharmacies.
We started as a community pharmacy somewhere in Yaba. In 1984, the dream to be the foremost manufacturing company in Nigeria was born. By 1988, we introduced our first product, which is Emzor paracetamol. I didn't hear the rest of it.
It makes you feel better. Yeah.
In 1988, but by 2018, we are proud to say that we had 4 manufacturing facilities, over 120 products, and again, a household name in Nigeria.
P. Give me an A. Give me an R. Give me another A. Para 1000. Thank you. Thank you very much.
For us gives us 1.7 billion with over 31,000 products. Present in 28 countries for the healthcare division, over 8,600 visitors pharmacy with over 500 supplies done on a daily basis of suppliers. So majorly, the mission and the group is to ensure sourcing of quality medicine, so source access to quality drugs. So basically, in the various countries where we present, the Bone region and the Bone region, we have different activities. And recently in Kenya, we just acquired one of the biggest chain pharmacy in Kenya called Good Life. So again, the group is moving greatly in the healthcare sector in some countries.
Polaris Bank's offerings to ACPN. But just before we go into that, I would like to give a short, obviously well-known quote from Virgil, which is obviously we know the greatest wealth is health. And from a Polaris Bank perspective, and from a strategic perspective, we actually are aligning ourselves to partner with you to actually provide that wealth to Nigeria as a greater economy by trying to provide health, a better healthcare system to the nation.
The bank I'm representing today, First Bank, is also known as a bank that is woven into the fabrics of Nigerian society. Then why am I here? A lot have been said about what banks can do for us. I'm here to let you know very simply that First Bank, especially after the experience we had during the COVID-19, renewed our commitment towards supporting the pharmacies across the country. And to pursue this, I want to announce that we have been able to avail facility for over 50 pharmacies across Nigeria as I speak today. And not only that, we're actually doing more and reaching out to every state in Nigeria to see how we can actually
monitor their children, the friends they keep, the books they read, the movies they watch, or even the time they come home in the evening. Such youths take hold of the lingering negligence to get involved with friends who abuse drugs. At last, they would have long become drug abusers before their parents even come to limelight. Failure of positive parental influence, therefore, is a major cause of substance abuse.
Modeling. Parents are the child's first role model. Children behave, react, and
imitate them as their parents. As the saying goes, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. When parents exhibit drug-related behaviors, these behaviors will be duplicated by their children. It starts from little sips of remaining alcohol mom and dad left, and the smoke of unfinished cigarettes to an addiction difficult to control. I would like to define some underlying terms in the living elements. With this, I said, social lifestyle can be seen as a part of a person's lifetime spent doing enjoyable things with others, while parental influence can be seen as any opinion that somehow molds the child attitude or character. Mental health problems refer to the wide range of disorders that affect one's mood, thinking, and behavior.
Substance abuse has continued to be one of the major public health burdens aside HIV/AIDS. It is an increase in our environment, and this could be attributable to environmental pressure and weak parental discipline. It also has a stronghold on youth and teenagers, stripping away their chances of a happy, stable, and productive life. Social lifestyle may lead to actions the human being carries out in contact with other people.
Watch on the activities of the leadership of ACPN. Honestly, they are doing very well. Pharmacists are doing very well. Every day we watch them move from one digital level to the other, from one clinical level to the other. And I want to believe that the older pharmacists here can really, with all happiness, age gracefully because the association is in good hands. My own little advice, being the chairman together with members of the board of trustees, is that even as these activities keep improving, as we move towards the next step, one ingredient that is so very important is discipline.
Sector is very critical. But when you also talk of the pharma sector, we also know that without a specialized group like the ACPN, the pharma sector cannot move. And that's why we must acclaim ourselves that as members of the ACPN, we are continuing to do our homework, we are continuing to network in order to improve the net worth of the ACPN.
We're proud of pharmacy. We never saw all the glorious PSN. Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. As men of honor, we join hands for pharmacy. Pharmacy. We are the industry. We are the researching. We are the drug making. We are drug retailing. We are the wholesaling. We are the.
My dear colleagues, we have deployed resources and short notices to lend our support towards ensuring that pharmaceutical services is being recognized by primary givers in the National Health Insurance Authority. Myself and your chairman visited the DG, and we had very useful discussions. We actually even proposed to do some research on his behalf, as he said, so that we can unbundle whatever we have for global best practices, so that pharmacies, community pharmacies, will actually get the prescriptions coming to their pharmacy and do the needful appropriately.
That appreciation go to the Most High God, who made the 41st Annual National Conference of our association a huge success. We thank God for making it a reality. On behalf of the National Executive Committee and the National Executive Council, NEC, and the entire committee pharmacists of Association Committee Pharmacists of Nigeria,
we members of the glorious PSN, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, as men of honor, we join hands for pharmacy. Pharmacy, we are there. Industry, we are there. Researching, we are there. Drug making, we are there. Drug retailing, we are there. Wholesaling, we are there. Answer for the pharmacists, we are for cooperation with members of the great nation's health team. See, pharmacists will guide our nation's health.
This makes you feel even better because it's important to hold the legacy that you're holding, make it important even as you're doing new things. So what we've done is offer a double strength caplet, 1,000 milligrams in a single dose. It's now offered in a smaller size caplet that's easy to swallow and has enhanced release. So in our environment, headaches they can be common. Situations that generate headaches can be common. So what we've done is invest the time in optimizing our formulation. But this really isn't all EMZOR's been doing. We're at the ACPN conference, which is the Association of Community Pharmacists. And our biggest message to them is that presently now, with EMZOR and some other manufacturers as well, but particularly for EMZOR, you will see a lot of firsts. I hope you will have a chance to capture some of the brands that are displayed, many of which are being manufactured in Nigeria for the very first time. What that means is that we are investing and actually actualizing import substitution. Important for us as a country.
We are drug detailing, we are there. Wholesaling, we are there.
Well, that's during the plenary session. It's going to capture that. Yes. And then with the second master class will be on mental health. Mental health is underrated in Nigeria. We're going to be on mental health. And the third master class will be on TICAM, that's traditional complementary and alternative medicines in Nigeria. We're looking at having some degree of specialization, and the national chairman, pharmacist Dewale Oladigolu, FPSN, is looking at carving out 2 special interest groups on mental health and traditional complementary and alternative medicine. And then in the evening we're going to wind down with the gala nights that will be organized by the local organizing committee, that's Lagos State at Villa Park. Fast forward to Thursday. There's going to be excursion to Badagry and picnic at Tapa Bay, and then town hall meeting with regulators. We will have NAFDAC, PCN and other regulators brainstorming here in this hall with us. After which we will have the Africana Night sponsored by Nature Fields. And the Africana Night is going to be super interesting because there's a big prize to win. Just buying products for 200,000 from Silken, from Nature Fields, qualifies you for a raffle draw. And that raffle draw, the grand prize is an SUV, a Chevrolet SUV to be won, and so many other consolation prizes. Then on Friday we'll have the poster presentations and the state dynamics. It's like competition between states. That's what the state dynamics is all about. So it tells us what we've achieved in the past 1 year with proof, evidence. And this year's state dynamics is taking a different dimension. There are lots of criteria and things, for the judges to use to arrive at that conclusion that this state is tops. And then we'll have the AGM, the annual general meeting, and wind down with the closing banquet later in the evening. And there will be a wrap. The departure is on Saturday. By God's grace.